Excuse me. Next up is the Prowler. Got one movie left on my list to do. After this, the Prowler tells the story of in 1945, someone gets a John Deere letter. He returns from war and murders the girl that left him for some other guy, and the guy because he stabs them both through with a pitchfork. 35 years later, at another graduation ceremony, which is where the other two were killed, the killer returns for revenge for some reason. Yeah. At least we're led to believe it's the same guy. They don't ever really explain anything. The first and foremost, this film was directed by Joseph Zito, who directed the best Friday the 13th film, Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter. Along with him is the man who did the effects for the original Friday the 13th, as well as Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter, and several other films. The man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Tom Savini. And the kills are the best thing about this movie. Savini did most of the kills himself. You know, there's one where he stabs a guy that goes through. That's pretty cool. It's a pitchfork scene where you get to see some titties when he's doing it, and it lingers on the titties, so that's kind of cool. If you like titties in your horror films, I do. The kills in this film are phenomenal. It's Tom Savini. Can't get any better than that, right? And so, where the story kind of loses me, I think it drags a little bit. There's no real mystery around who it is. Like, it's whoever, because you gotta figure out in your head if you're smart enough. You know that whoever killed Rosemary back in 1945 and her new boyfriend is the person that she gave the Dear John letter to. You're not stupid. You can figure it out. And then, all these years later, though, he comes back and starts killing these other people. Why? Well, you can assume it has something to do with this graduation party. They say there hasn't been a graduation party since 1945, which leads you to believe that it's actually Rosemary's father, Colonel Chatham, who has been trying to keep the graduation parties from happening. Why would he kill his own daughter if he didn't like, to meet means to an end? But he's a big red herring because it's not him. Major Chatham, I should say. Major Chatham. You got our lead character, Pam, and her maybe boyfriend, the deputy. And the sheriff is going out of town for his annual fishing trip. And so the deputy is left in charge. Sorry. Now, I'm going to go ahead and spoil the killer's identity. It's the sheriff. So we can assume that the sheriff, George, was the killer back in 1945 and was the guy who got the Dear John letter with Rosemary broke up with him. Okay, the only problem I have is that he has an annual fishing trip he goes on every year. Every single year. Now, we're shown that the guy at the front desk at the lodge where he supposedly goes is a dumbass. Fat fuck. Like myself. And he's stupid. He's absolutely lazy bum fuck. And, yeah, so he just sort of I'll tell him. But he doesn't confirm or deny that he's even there. He's not in the room right now. He's probably out there fishing. Everybody go out fishing this time of night. Who fishes at night? Because they call the room, he doesn't answer, so that automatically means he's not in the room. He could be asleep. Huh? But that leads me to another problem. So he drove all the way out to this fishing place, checked in, and then left and went back. to establish an alibi, I guess, but I don't know. It seems to me like they needed a twist on who it was, and they said, "Oh, have it be the sheriff." But then there's no explanation as to why he did it, even though we can kind of guess that he was, killed at the beginning, Dear John, stuff like that. But there's no explanation on camera with the characters. Not even some random exposition guy like in Psycho. You just see, in the best kill of the movie, I might say, his head gets fucking blown off. And then it cuts to them outside, and then Pam goes back into the dorm rooms, and she sees the dead bodies. Why did the deputy see them before he went in the dorms, right? I don't know. This isn't bad. This movie is bad. It's well directed. The kills are on point. They're very good kills. I just think that maybe the script could use a little bit of polish to it. It could have been a little bit shorter. Or at least add stuff to it to where it doesn't drag. There are scenes where, they go through Major Chatham's house with the deputy just yelling, "Major Chatham! Major Chatham! Major Chatham!" Constantly going through the house. It stretches out time. And it's just, we gotta go to Chatham's house. Oh, we're gonna go back to the dance. And we gotta tell them not to tell them to go anywhere. Oh, we leave now and we're gonna go back to Colonel Chatham's house. Oh, we're gonna go to the dorm. Oh, we're gonna go to Colonel Chatham. It's just like we gotta go here. No, we gotta go here. We gotta go back here. We gotta go here. We gotta go back here. It doesn't. It makes it drag when they gotta go from place to place to place to place to place, and they even go to the graveyard and find that Rosemary's grave was dug up. So it's someone connected to Rosemary, which makes them think of Major Chatham, but it's the sheriff. And like I said, it's such a random pick for it to be the sheriff that it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It just, what is going on? What? Did you say that? What's going on? I'm not doing anything. It's haunted. It's haunted. The camera's haunted. I put my hand down on the... Could that be it? I don't know. It's spooky. But I'm gonna give the Prowler, I'll give it a 6. I thought it was decent, but nothing to write home about. Better than Prom Night. But for a slasher, you know what? The kills are on point. The kills are the best thing in this film. I'm gonna give it I'll bump it up to a 7. Just for the kills, I'll give it a 7. It's a 7 out of 10 for me. So what are your thoughts on the Prowler? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.